What's the deal, y'all? My name is Seth Diversifier, and I'm here to diversify the way that you've been trained to think. Here to tell you a vivid story with words so simple you mightn't miss it if you blink, but peep. I'm a poetical savage, yet articulate and lavish, so just close your eyes, sit back, relax, and just imagine. Habari Ghani. That's Swahili for what's the news. The response is the principle of the day it is for Kwanzaa, and so since today is day 3, Ujima is the response that you would use. Kwanzaa is a cultural holiday in honor of an ancient tradition celebrating the harvest of the first fruits. This holiday isn't a religious festival, so as long as you black, it's for you. To be honest, you could be any color, but it helps when you acknowledge Kemet as your roots. It's 7 days of family and friends and parties with neighbors. All the gifts are handmade, so it's a time of year for us all to get creative. December 26th to January 1st are the dates every year. It never changes. Now let's break down the basic things you'll need to assemble your Kwanzaa table. The first thing I usually lay down is the mat. It got some Swahili name I can't pronounce, and I don't want to mess it up, so we don't even got to get into all of that. It symbolizes the history and traditions of what we're building on, and so this is where the foundation of our table begins at. Then there's the fruit. Y'all thought that we could have a celebration of the harvest without an offering of food? To give praise to our Heavenly Father for the nutrients this planet's produced, same way our African ancestors do. The crop got some Swahili name too. And since we celebrate this every year, mine are usually plastic since it's decorative and all, I figure we might as well reuse the same fruit. But anywho, up next we got the muhindi. That's the Swahili word for corn. Yeah, y'all didn't think I was gonna give y'all one. We got about 4 more things on the table, and I for sure know how to pronounce about 2 more. Now back to this corn. It's a representation of the children. In my household, we got 3. 1 for me, 1 for my brother, and 1 for my sister. The Kikombe Cha Umoja is the unity cup. I think I pronounced that right, but if I didn't, please forgive me. And do I gotta tell y'all what the unity cup represents, or from its name do y'all kinda get it? Yeah. We also have the Kanara, the candle holder that represents our roots and reminds us the past is why we push onward. The candles are held by the Kanara. The candles got some Swahili name too, but I think it's more important for you to remember and to understand the Ngozi Saba. That's the term representing the 7 principles by which each candle models. Day 1 is candle 1, and when lighting, you start in the middle. So the black candle represents Umoja, which stands for unity, and that makes sense to me why it's in the middle. Next, we go left and light a red candle for day 2, Kuji Chagalia. That stands for self-determination. It's a principle that calls for you to define who you are and how you live. Next, we go green and light a candle for Ujima. Collective work and responsibility is the principle that calls for community thinking, to make your problems my problems and for solutions to be found through intellectually seeking. Then we shift back to red for day 4, Ujama, which is cooperative economics, technically speaking. We buy black that day every year at a different black facility, which leads us into green for day 5. Nia is purpose, but we make it community driven. Day 6 is creativity, which is pronounced Kumba. The last day is Imani, that's faith, and that's also the day that's for your New Year's resolution, to reflect on what you've been doing and how all the last 7 days you've been celebrating the community and how you should be moving. The last thing on the table is the Zawadi. Those are the gifts which are handmade, or most people exchange books probably, but that's the basics. Anything else you'd like to add to your table is really personal preference or cultural decoration. And with that, you ready to celebrate blackness. Now let's see if y'all is paying attention to all that we've been saying. Habari Ghani. Ashe.